It's Tom and Todd's FaceOff on WRKO.com.
Okay, it's another week. Celtics-Lakers finals. First debate for the gubernatorial campaign.
You want to mention that?
There's a ton of stuff going on, and you're always welcome to go and see it here at WRKO.com. Well, I would have to say, with regard to the debate, the governor brought his A game. Todd and I are getting calls from people who say, I'm a Republican. I wasn't inclined to do anything for this guy, but I'm very impressed. Tim Cahill, he was punching in there. He had a nice little scrum going. Charlie Baker's a very knowledgeable guy, in command of the issues, substantive knowledge, good experience. Not quite as smooth,
slick.
Maybe. Slick might be a word. Sure.
Governor anesthesia, I call him now. He puts you to sleep. He comforts you. It's not. He doesn't put you under. He knows just how much of his potion to give you to make you feel comfortable with him, that he's got everything under control, that all your vehemence about an issue is really misplaced because he's so reasonable. There is a performance level that he hits that is, I think, at the top of the industry.
It was a great debate. I mean, really the issue, I think, that remains to be decided, is this going to be the year in which we say, let's do away with smooth, let's do away with slick. We get enough of that. The politicians can know how to dance out of any particular question or any dilemma. And do we want somebody who's just going to stand up and say, hey, boys and girls, let's grow up. Where are the adults?
Yeah.
Let's take away the punch bowl and let's start thinking clearly around here.
You made me think of something that's going on right now, and that is the oil that is just pumping endlessly into the ocean. And that's what politicians are doing to us endlessly as well. They create this oil slick you can't see in the water. You get confused, you float
seduced,
by. Exactly.
You're being pulled in. All of a sudden, you find yourself in the big bed, and
the big bed.
And
so the question
everything feels good.
Everybody wants to know is, how do we cap the slick? And if we take that metaphor over to politics, that's really the question that voters are asking this year. But you know, if you think about the calls we took calls for an hour after the debate.
Oh, my God, it was unbelievable.
And people are confused by the slickness, by what Tim Cahill and Deval Patrick are both very polished politicians. And then Charlie Baker's kind of new at this, and he's a little more anxious.
You have to give credit where credit is due. Slick, or however you might want to describe it. They bring knowledge of the issues and a very, very smooth demeanor. And they do know how to draw you in. They envelop you.
There's one other element.
Big hug. Amanda, you love it.
Oh, there's Amanda's our
Amanda's
producer.
our camera gal. She's irreplaceable.
There's one other part of that slickness, and that is that they don't convey understanding to us. Their challenge when politicians are talking, like Tim Cahill and Deval Patrick are doing today, they're not looking to help us understand. They're not looking to provide information. They're looking to spin us. They're looking to take, and sometimes they're creating an impression that's 180 degrees away from reality.
It really is. There is a political spin cycle. I think Todd is absolutely right. So consider your washing machine going around, and it's spinning away, all that stuff. It's good stuff. Listen to, for example, to what the governor said when Todd asked him about Ansatuni and immigration reform. We hear about comprehensive, we hear about nice, we can do these things.
We have all these rules.
We have all these rules and procedures in place and blah, blah, blah. And pretty soon it's the anesthesia or the seduction, whichever one you want to
so
choose.
Then you say, well, so you would support this then? You know, and well, no, I wouldn't. But they don't want to say no, I wouldn't. They want to cloud it in thousands of beautifully coded words.
And by the way, we do have nice conflict and contrast on that, because Tim Cahill and Charlie Baker said, oh yeah, we do support the new restrictions. We'll be very supportive of that, and we won't put up with this nonsense. Charlie Baker went on about the competitive disadvantage of somebody who plays by the rules, pays all the taxes for unemployment insurance, workers' comp, health care, blah, 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 and then is competing against somebody who's hiring illegals, paying them cash under the table, paying them short money, and not playing by any rules. How does a legitimate business person compete against that? Answer, they cannot.
Now, there's one other element of the debate we have to talk about, and that is the three-man aspect of it, especially where Deval Patrick's goal is to run against Charlie Baker because he sees Charlie as the opponent. The more he can lift up Tim Cahill, the independent candidate, that takes increases his chances, because Deval Patrick can't get 50% of the people voting in Massachusetts to support him. And then Tim Cahill wants to get rid of Charlie because he wants to be able to go one-on-one against the governor.
A couple of times in there, it felt like it was a gang fight. And it was two-on-one, and Charlie was in the minority. But he's a big guy. He's a capable guy. He can handle himself.
So this is June. We've got July, August, September,
October,
October, November. 5 months till the election. This is just the kickoff debate, but it's the best debate you'll see all campaign season or here, unless we get to do another one. Because the TV ones they're formatted and slick and contrived, and they're so
Take a look
strict.
at us, Tom and Todd, right here. Nothing
Yeah?
slick about us.
Well, you maybe. You. That was Face Off, and it was bad, wasn't it? Tom and Todd, WRKO.com.